Good morning. It is another Thursday, another 3 things I'm grateful for. And I gotta tell you, this last week, it has not been easy to think of one thing to be grateful for. There's been a lot of negativity going around. Just everywhere I go, there's negativity. Right now, in this house, there is negativity. You know, we were all set to move this weekend, but the house isn't ready. So we bumped it another 6 weeks. So that kind of frustration, and we're hoping that in 6 weeks it'll be okay. That's what we're hoping for. And I'm not complaining, they want to work, they need to work on the house. I get it. It's a tedious thing, but it's a matter of here we are ready, getting ready to go, getting ready to pack and all this stuff, and it's a hurry up and wait is what we're dealing with. So a lot of negativity around the house regarding that. There's last week I spoke about PSG being canceled. And there's been a lot of negativity surrounding that. A lot of people, before everyone was even moved out, people were asking, is there going to be a refund? Will there be a refund? Will there be a refund? Well, what's going to happen? Now, bear in mind that the people who run this had not even started packing. They were getting ready, everyone else ready to pack and go. So they were the last ones to leave. They needed to get through their own stuff, see what could be salvaged and what needed to be discarded, and they had to go through the same process as everyone else, only on a much larger scale. Is there going to be a refund? Is there going to be a refund? And I get that people are going to ask these kind of questions. And I get that people are going to be annoyed at these kind of questions. Everyone's trying to answer it as best as they can, with the exception of a Circle Sanctuary. And I'm not saying they're dodging the question. I'm saying they can't answer the question right now. But it took me a bit to figure out. It's like, God, it's horrible to see that. At least with them, I kind of understand what's going on. This is like so for some people, this is the one vacation they'll take all year. It's their 1 week to reset before going back into the mundane world. So to lose something that big, it's the 5 stages of grief, is what it is. You had the denial just when you were being told you have to leave. You just get that shock moment. It's like, no, they can't really mean that. Right now, there's a lot, anger, bargaining, depression. Some people have already gotten to acceptance, but this is what's happening. This is the 5 stages of grief. People lost something massive, and everyone's dealing with it in their own way. But that's the negativity I'm seeing. This group. Even on the Facebook group, it's this group of people who express love throughout the year and send well wishes to each other, and they're just going at each other, and it's really hard to watch. I tried to keep out of it. Early on I said now's not the time, but I wasn't there. I'm not going through what these people are going through. I have my own negativity. I have my own darkness. Don't get me started on work. There's negativity there that is on such a deeper level than I could have ever imagined. I have a dentist appointment this morning. Let's talk about negativity, So, finding the 3 things to be grateful for in the midst of all this has been difficult, to say the least. But I'm going to do what I can, because that's why you're here. if I can find that light at the end of the tunnel, if I can find the silver lining, if I can find the other brightly colored metaphors, then maybe you can too. I don't know. So 3 things I'm grateful for. Number one. Father's Day was this past weekend. And I did get a really cool message. It was just a Facebook thing. Share if you love your dad from my younger son, and my daughter and my wife were very appreciative of everything. And it was nice. It wasn't easy because I don't have a father to celebrate with, but his memory still strong, and that my younger sister actually went to visit his gravesite on Father's Day, which I was coming back from my camping trip, so I didn't get a chance to get over there. And the truth is, it's really hard for me to get over there. It's timing and just the wanting to be there. It sounds horrible, but it's like, it's so tough. Some days I'm just like, I just want to honor him by being the best father and husband I can be, because that was what was important to him, was being the best father and husband he could be. So that's what I'm trying to do. So if I don't visit his site, I'd like to think that he's seeing what I'm doing with the rest of my life, and is at least proud of me there. So Father's Day, that's number one. Number two, last Friday was my wedding anniversary. 11 years. And that's nothing to sneeze at, I mean, I've talked about marriage before and how tough it is. Like I said, we're dealing with heavy loads of negativity in this house, and it's really tough in the midst of that, because it's like, when you're dealing with a base level of negativity, because you want to get moving, and you can't, every little thing that comes on top of it just feels like an extension of this already down thing, where it's just like, it's just like, if we could just take a moment, reset, and just treat every negative thing that happens as its own thing, a series of isolated incidents, versus a pardon my language, mounting pile of shit, then maybe the negativity wouldn't be so strong. I mean, I have the laughter. I laugh sometimes, and sometimes that'll help the reset process. My wife has a hard time understanding the laughter, so but we muddle through. We struggle right now. It's a very negative time, but it's not. Our marriage is not in trouble. It's just we're dealing with all this outside crap. Last night was, it took, our daughter is 7, and it took us an hour to get her to bed because she was tantruming. She was freaking the F out over just not getting her way. It's just like, you got a kiss and a hug from us. You have a bottle of water by your bed if you're thirsty. There is no need for you to be screaming and throwing yourself into your bed and bonking your head on the wall. That's not our fault. So yeah, it took her an hour. So, I mean, that kind of negativity, feeling helpless when you're trying to raise your own kid, that's the rough one. But number 3 is, I am grateful for her, my daughter. I'm grateful for all my kids, but I haven't seen, but my sons have been away. It's the summer, so they're not with me. And we went camping this past week. We get them on the weekends. We went camping this past weekend. They did not come with us because their mother was actually getting married. So they were standing up in the way. And that's fine. That's fine. But I've been spending a lot of time with my daughter. So number three is my daughter, because I have been seeing growth with her. She has ADHD, and we've been working really hard with her and getting her how to function politely in society, I guess. Last night was it was a perfect example of how not to, but for the most part, she's been handling more complicated situations much more calmly, much more maturely than I could imagine. I want to give a perfect example. Me and my wife and my daughter and my younger son, we all went to Irish Fest to see Gaelic Storm. If you don't know who they are, they're a Celtic, a Celtic rock band, best known for appearing in the film Titanic. But we won't hold that against them. I'm sorry, I used to like the movie, I don't now. But we were all like right at the front of the stage, and after a while, it just got to be a little much for my daughter, so she asked if we could clear out. It's like, okay, yes, we'll clear out. We got a souvenir beach ball that we went to the way back where we could hear the music just fine, but we could play. And it was late. It was probably like they started at 9:30, and they went on for about an hour and a half, and so we're already way past her bedtime, and we have to drive home from an hour away. But we're playing, and we're having fun. Another little girl's playing with us too, And this other little girl gave my daughter a glow stick, and her grandpa gave her another one, which according to this girl was the wrong thing to do. She had 8. She gave my daughter 1, leaving 7 for herself. Her grandpa gave her another one, leaving 6 for her, and she threw a fit. Just absolutely threw herself on the ground, just screaming, crying, just it was really messed up. But I asked my daughter, I didn't force her to give it back, because I just wanted to, I didn't want to go that, oh, well, you have to give it back to shut this other girl up. But I did ask her, do you think it would be a good idea to give it back? And she said, I think she's too mad to even want to talk to me right now. I'm like, do you want to just go back to our seats? She's like, yeah. So we kind of left it, let Grandpa calm her down, and it took like 2 minutes. She did calm down, and we moved on. But I thought that was a very mature way of handling the situation, just recognizing what's really going to happen here. So I'm proud of my daughter for these leaps and bounds that she is taking. Last night was a huge step back, but we're gonna today's another day. Today isn't very much another day for everyone. So I managed to find 3 things I'm grateful for. And I'll admit I was lucky too. It just so happened to be Father's Day and my anniversary, and I'll admit that. So I really hope that, those of you who are dealing with negativity, be it the PSG thing, be it your own darkness, please dig deep and find your gratitude. It's going to go a long way. So I'm off to the dentist. Namaste and blessed be. Have a grateful day, and we'll see you in a week. Bye now.